It's possible to be free, it's possible to be happy. But what if I have people who are dependent on me? If I'm not making enough money for them, I will be guilty.
When lies come to you, do they first of all introduce themselves? I'm a liar, now I'll convince you. Lies always come posing as truth, and bondages often come carrying the name of responsibilities. How do you know what is your responsibility? Please tell me. Who told you? There is an action arising out of love, and that is beautiful. That is real responsibility. On the other hand, there is the tutored kind of responsibility. You know, we have to live to our parents' expectations. How do you know what your real responsibility is? Please tell me. Go for something that has totality. You can't allow yourself to be handcuffed right in the beginning. How will you fly then? Yeah, you're young, you're just stepping into it. Don't you want to enjoy life really? That requires boldness, and that requires deep love.
I do agree with that. It makes sense. It's possible to be free, it's possible to be happy. But you're talking in a very individualistic sense. Like, not that I have any right to speak of this, but like you said, it's not that we're not just asked to drop our dreams. We are terrorized into dropping them, saying we'll starve or whatever. And fine, maybe I don't care about money. I don't. All right, I don't care about money. Maybe I don't care whether I starve or not. All right. But hypothetically, again, not that I have any right, but what if I have people who are dependent on me? Like, if I'm not making enough money for them, I will be guilty. And secondly, you mentioned that it is not exactly natural to want to follow society rules. It's normal. Again, my entire question is about this. So I agree with you, but there is a but. But it is to some extent also natural, because humans are herd animals. If we are herd animals, that means to fit into society. Why do we fit into society? To propagate our generation, right?
Animals don't hold mics, do they? We still want to call ourselves animals? Yes, of course, we have this biology. But we left the jungle behind, didn't we? Or do we want to still live as animals? Animals don't comb their hair, don't brush their teeth, and they don't wear any clothes. Yes, you are very right. I agree with that, just as you agree with me. But it is to transcend your animal nature that you get educated. What else is education for? What else is this college for? If we were to remain just animals from the jungle walking around in herds, why do you need an institution like this? Why do you need a conversation like this? The institution is about teaching you in material, in outer things, how the world functions. This discussion is about teaching you in how you function inwardly. All of this is education. All education is so that you don't have to remain an animal anymore. The animal does not have much of consciousness. You have. Animals don't love. All they have is instincts. Motherly instincts, yes, they have that. Lustful instincts, yes, they have that. But they can't really know what we are talking of here. Not because they lack intellect. We are not talking of intellect here. We are talking of consciousness here. Getting it? Okay. So you said nobody comes and really terrorizes us. See, if the terrorizer comes with terrorist tattooed on his forehead, you will no more be terrorized. Because now it is out in the open that the terrorizer is the terrorizer. Terror will often come to you in the name of love, care, responsibility, concern, such things. And if you don't see through it, you won't see how there is threat in the name of care. How there is just threat. masquerading as care. How there is just ownership masquerading as love. Just possessiveness masquerading as concern for security. When lies come to you, do they first of all introduce themselves? I am a liar. Now I'll convince you. Lies always come posing as truth. Terror often comes posing as love, care, and concern. And bondages often come carrying the name of responsibilities. How do you know what is your responsibility? Please tell me. Who told you? How do you know what your real responsibility is? Please tell me. And people in different cultures, at different places, different times, have had very, very different notions of responsibility. What do you think your responsibility is? Do you think it is an innate sense of responsibility that you carry? No. You have been told you are responsible for such things. How do you know you really are? From where have you accumulated this concept called responsibility? Please tell me. Please tell me. And often it is those who want to keep you in certain grooves, in certain patterns. They will tell you, such and such are your responsibilities. And in your innocence, which I should rather call as ignorance or childish unconsciousness, you accept all those things. You see, you look at your gender, please. Just till a few decades back, women in our country, in our culture, were told that it is a part of their responsibility to eat only after everybody else has eaten. And India had the highest rate of anemia and so many other kinds of deficiencies in the entire world. And if you go and tell a woman, you need to take care of your diet first, she'll say, no, but it is my responsibility to first take care of the household. Who told her of that responsibility? Don't you see that this is just conditioning and propaganda to keep you enslaved? Have you realized where responsibility is coming from? Again asking you, had you not been told that A, B and C is your responsibility, would this have occurred to you on your own? Please tell me. Real responsibility is love. Real responsibility is not that as a wife you have to get up and serve tea to your husband every day, every morning, 7 a.m. If you do that, that's a problem. But yes, if in love you make tea, and you say, come on, here is tea. Let's both sip together. And that's wonderful. There is an action arising out of love. And that is beautiful. That is real responsibility. On the other hand, there is the tutored kind of responsibility. All of you, no, feel the weight of that, the crushing weight of those responsibilities, don't you? You know, we have to live to our parents' expectations. How many of you wrote the JEE, for example? Oh. Seems I have touched a raw nerve, huh? Doesn't feel good, right? I'm responsible to clear this exam because that will bring happiness to all and sundry. Come on, please. Please, you will be parents soon. Would you want to crush your kids like another 5 years, 10 years down the line or 20 years? Would you want to put so much weight on them that they just crack? Yes? And then you'll tell them, listen son, listen daughter, that's your responsibility to please us. Won't that be extremely selfish of you? And extremely irresponsible too? But You would be the ones who would have taught your kids, we are gods. We are gods. Parents are Bhagwan. You worship us. So if we tell you something, then that has to be taken as the gospel truth. Are you gods? But you would be, let's say, in 5 years, in a decade, in 15 years, you would be mothers and fathers, many of you. If you're not gods, then how would you suddenly turn gods on becoming parents? And why should you then suddenly be vested with the authority to inflict commandments on your kids and tell them this is what you definitely have to do? You're responsible for this, for that. And then come the genuine financial responsibilities. Yes, somebody could come from a family with a very ordinary financial background. Let's say there are 6 or 7 siblings and one is the eldest one, and there is not enough money in the household to even educate the entire line. And then yes, you do want to have some money with you so that the genuine financial needs can be taken care of. But how much money is that? Do you really have to sell yourself away for the sake of that much money? Please tell me. Is that really so big an ask that you can't meet it without keeping yourself on mortgage? Yeah? Mortgaging is the last resort, is it not? When an extreme responsibility arises, people often go and sell their kidneys off. But that's the rarest of rare case and probably illegal too. We can't talk of that as something natural. Are you getting it? Please be very, very careful before accepting something as your responsibility. And once you do accept something as your responsibility, live up to it. Be fully committed to it. Otherwise, you will be carrying 1,000 responsibilities and just tolerating them somehow. 1,000 responsibility and commitment to none. And always wishing in your heart that somehow those responsibilities could reduce. Have you not seen such people? They carry so much load and they're always cribbing. This I have to do, I'm responsible for this, I have to be responsible for that, like that, like that. The quintessential housewife. From the morning till evening, I'm only cooking this, that, I'm responsible for the kids, for the in-laws, for the husband, and for that entire extended field of relatives. Oh, always cribbing, committed to no single task, and in spite of all this, never able to boldly and bravely drop even a single responsibility. She will do everything and keep cribbing. And then everything will be done in a lukewarm way. Right? Or the unwilling employee. Think of the unwilling employee. She has accepted a job just because she was told that you need to have this job to take care of your personal responsibilities. So she goes ahead and accepts a job having no heart, a job to which she is not committed at all, a job to which she cannot relate at all. Every day she shows up at the office 1 hour late and the boss screams at her. The entire day she is dreaming of this, that, something because she is just not in the work. Continuously she is looking at the calendar and the clock. When would it turn? 6, and when would we have the 30th of the month and I'll get the salary check? You want that kind of life? This is what happens when you take up fake responsibilities. Being responsible is wonderful, but all responsibility must be chosen with great care. And once it is chosen, we said remain put. Then there has to be total love, total commitment. Go for something that has totality. Ifs and buts, they bring in a lot of conditionality, a lot of relativity. And all that is not good to live with. You'll not enjoy it. Don't you want to enjoy life really? That requires boldness. And that requires deep love. Yeah, you're young, you're just stepping into it. You can't allow yourself to be handcuffed right in the beginning. How will you fly then?